You may need to prepare for this. Top experts have just confirmed that there are 2 future modifications to government programs that may negatively affect you financially in 2024. This includes changes to Social Security benefits for both low and high earners. I will be covering what you need to know, so friends, please make sure that you watch until the end of this video. Also, this coming Friday, I will be announcing several winners for the Walmart gift card giveaway. If you would like to enter these weekly giveaway, friends, please click and like several of my videos and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on, friends, the greater your chances of winning these giveaways.
Welcome. There's been a lot of talk today about Basel III. We know what it means for your banks. I'd like to explore for a little bit what it means for small community banks. Wyoming and other rural states rely on small community banks, and while the capital requirements apply to the systemically important banks, I would like to know if there are additional impacts on smaller community banks and their customers. So I'll address the question to Mr. Diamond and then ask anybody else who wants to take a swing at this to weigh in as well.
Yeah, so thank you, Senator. I think the smaller community banks would say they're not directly affected by this, but since a lot of us up here bank those banks, we bank their retirement funds, we bank their cities, we bank other small businesses, we bank local schools, cities, states, hospitals, it will trickle down to higher costs to them in one way or the other. It also changes the competitive landscape. It may, in some ways, make it harder for them to compete with us, as opposed to less hard.
Would anyone else like to take a swing at that one? Thank you. Americans interact with a financial institution through their banks, and they save, like, for kids' college education with mutual funds and protect their families with insurance. Can you explain why ultimately these changes will impact families planning for the future? So my question is, what are the impacts of Basel III on pensions, mutual funds, insurance companies, and other users of derivatives who hedge? Now, hedging in my industry, agriculture, is very important. So I'm interested in the implications for hedging and the other entities I mentioned. Perhaps Ms. Frazier, would you address this?
Yes, hedging plays a very important role for protecting against risk and helping mitigate risk, particularly when we're in very volatile times at the moment. It's important for providing stability and income flows. In commodity hedging is a critical piece for any farmer in America. So the increase in capital associated with the Basel III rule will have an impact on the cost of that hedging and potentially even the provision of that hedging. And as you say, it permeates many different parts of our economy and society. It's not just for the most sophisticated players.
Social Security experiences annual adjustments, and these changes bring a mix of positive and negative outcomes. Starting with the positive, in 2024, Social Security beneficiaries will see a 3.2% increase in their benefits. A smaller cost of living adjustment for Social Security does signal a cooling inflation, which is relatively good news. Another great change on the horizon for Social Security recipients in 2024 is that older Americans who receive income from employment, in addition to their monthly benefits, can earn more without impacting their Social Security. It is important to note that Social Security benefits remain unaffected by earnings once recipients reach their full retirement age. However, before reaching that age, individuals need to be aware of the earnings test limit. In 2024, this limit will be higher than in 2023, providing older workers with more flexibility. Unfortunately, there are 2 less than favorable Social Security changes expected in 2024, which affects both higher and lower earners. Social Security is primarily funded through payroll taxes, but not all wages are subject to these taxes. There is an annual cap that determines the taxable income for Social Security purposes. In 2023, this cap was $160,200, and in 2024, it is increasing to $168,600. And as a result, higher earners will face taxes on an additional $8,400 of their wages, while salaried workers will share this added tax burden with their employers. Self-employed individuals will bear a higher Social Security tax bill in 2024. In order to qualify for Social Security benefits in retirement, individuals must accumulate 40 credits over their lifetime, with a maximum of 4 credits per year. Currently, $1,640 in earnings equals 1 work credit, but in 2024, it will take $1,730 in earned wages to obtain a single work credit. Also, friends, according to Yahoo News, the Federal Reserve had a significant change in its approach over the past year. At the beginning of 2023, the central bank aggressively raised interest rates to combat high inflation. However, as the year comes to an end, it seems that this aggressive approach is also coming to an end. In July, the Fed raised rates, but at the latest meeting, they decided to keep rates steady. Fed officials anticipate a shift towards cutting rates 3 times in 2024, signaling a departure from their previous stance. Even Fed Chair Jerome Powell, who had been expressing a more cautious outlook, hinted at a more lenient approach in the last press conference of the year. The debate in 2024 will likely focus on when rate cuts should begin and whether the Fed will be aggressive as the market expects. Some officials have advised patience, arguing that discussing a rate cut as early as March is premature. However, there is acknowledgement that it's appropriate to start considering cuts, given the progress made in addressing inflation. The reason for the Fed's shift in 2023 was straightforward. Inflation gradually approached its target of 2%. At the beginning of the year, core inflation was 5.6%, and the Fed had implemented substantial tightening measures. Powell indicated progress in January, stating that the disinflationary process had already started, allowing the tightening measure to impact the economy while also evaluating the inflation rate. But despite some challenges, including a banking crisis, the Fed continued raising rates until July. The second half of the year witnessed a standoff between the Fed and the markets. Powell issued warnings against assuming the rate hikes were finished. So friends, please comment below if you think the Federal Reserve is done raising interest rates. Please let me know in the comment section below. Well, my greatest and most beautiful friends, that is the end of my daily stimulus update video for today. I will be announcing several winners this coming Friday for the Walmart gift card giveaway. If you would like to enter the weekly giveaway, friends, please click and like several of my videos and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on, friends, the greater your chances of winning the giveaways. Thank you and have a wonderful and very blessed week.